but I haven't been back here in a long time, and just the improvements to the school are unbelievable. I mean, back then we had a couple buildings and a couple benches. The field was in bad shape, and now the field's all been redone, and it's a beautiful complex. Just getting to meet a lot of new people. Still got friends from here that I met. The professors were great, the teachers were good. I really enjoyed my time here. The baseball team was great. I mean, my junior year here, we had one of the best offensive teams in the country. And we made it all the way to the ECAC playoffs in Maine. And we gave them a nice run out there and before we got knocked out. But I have a lot of great memories of LIU and being on that field. It was a great experience. Got to travel all over the country, Boise, Idaho, Arizona, bus rides. It was a lot of fun playing baseball. It means a lot to me. I thought they forgot about me for a while. So when I got the phone call, I was very happy, and I'm very proud. Every time the basketball team's playing or whatever in the tournament, I'm always paying attention. Even though I haven't been back, I've always paid attention to the athletic program.
I was talking to John Petrie, one of our great baseball players from the 80s, before we started the dinner tonight. And last year we inducted a gentleman by the name of Lou Hernandez, who just put up some monumental numbers in the mid-80s and was a great left-handed hitter. And as John said to me, Lou left, and then we inducted Lou into the Hall of Fame last year. Lou left, Rock came in. It was a right-handed version of Lou, is what he told me. So, over his 3 years at LIU, the Blackbirds were 59 and 46. He graduated third all-time at this school in batting average at .394, third in home runs with 27, big-time numbers. Set the school record with 72 hits in his junior year. He ranked 16th in the nation. He batted .424. It's kind of like laughable when you hear these numbers. And he led the nation with 21 doubles that year. And in that year, in 1990, LIU as a team ranked 5th in the nation in runs scored. He would go on to be drafted by the California Angels in 1991. And we're very lucky to have found him and to have him here today with his lovely family. So, James Ruocchio, the floor is yours.
After those first 4 speeches, I was just going to rip this up. We'll give it a shot. I would like to thank John Suarez and Greg Fox for this great honor. You guys have done a great job with this program, and I'm honored to be here tonight. I would like to recognize my wife, Ann, for putting up with me, going to baseball and softball tournaments all over the country for the last 17 years. My daughter, Julia, who loves baseball as much as I do, and at 10 years old, she already has a 50-mile-an-hour fastball, and that's underhand. My daughter, Brianna, who is 8 years old, and when she's not singing and dancing, she is one of the best softball players in her age group. My best friend, Jimmy, who I've known since I was 4 years old. He lived around the corner from me, and we played baseball, stickball, wiffle ball, any game with a bat and a ball, we played it. He's 3 years older than me, and trying to keep up with him made me a better player. I wanted to do everything he did. He was the third baseman at Cardozo High School for the 3 years before I got there. And during that time, he basically trained me to take his place when he graduated, which I did. We had that position locked up for 6 years, Jim. He also was the best friend anybody could ask for. Thanks, Jim. My boy, Pet. I first met John Petrie when I showed up for my first workout with the LIU baseball team. He was a senior and well-respected on the team, and for some reason, he took a liking to me. I was a cocky high school baseball star and thought I could do whatever I wanted, showing up late for games and practices. Coach Giannone told Pet he was thinking of taking my scholarship away. Pet asked him to give me one more chance and that he would sit me down and talk to me. Boy, did he straighten me out. I was a prima donna back then, and I got what was coming to me. He was also the one who bribed the bouncers at the door with the $50 bill to get me into the clubs when I was 18 and we were on the road. I remember one bouncer wouldn't take his money. He argued with the guy for about an hour, told him he was weak. In New York, they would have sucked this money up. So Pet told me, go around the back. I go around the back of the place. I'm sitting in the alley. 10 minutes goes by. The back door swings open and a cook with one of those big chef's hat with a $50 bill in his hand is waving me through the kitchen. He snuck me into the kitchen, and on the other side of the kitchen was John Petrie with a big smile on his face. And we made sure we said goodnight to that bouncer on the way out. I signed with LAU before playing a regular season game my senior year. I started practices with LAU my freshman year. I noticed that Coach Giannone had recruited tough ball players from mostly the 5 boroughs in Long Island. It was one of the toughest group of guys I had ever seen. My freshman year, we had an older team that was ready to win. We went 20-14 that year. We only played 34 games. It was had a lot of bad weather that year, but we just missed the playoffs. We had 3 pitchers drafted off the team that year, 3 senior pitchers. So we ended up taking a step backwards my sophomore year. The sophomore year wasn't so good, but Coach rebuilt the team and recruited some good young players, and we were excited about the next year. My junior year got off to a tough start for me personally when my brother Anthony was killed in a car accident that September. Coach Giannone and the whole athletic staff and some of the people in this room got me through that tough time. I'll never forget that. By the time the 1990 spring season started, we were ready to roll. Coach had put together one of the best lineups in the country. We ran through the Northeast Conference, and we headed up to Maine for the ECAC playoffs. I'll never forget that experience. We ended up getting knocked out by a tough Maine University team, but we had a great season anyway. The season was over, but I had one last opportunity to put the LIU uniform on in the New York versus New Jersey College All-Star game at Yankee Stadium, where on my last at bat, wearing an LIU uniform, I hit a home run over the left field fence at Yankee Stadium. In closing, I want to thank everybody. I mean, I know I left out a lot of people. I haven't been back in a while, but I want to thank you all. And in closing, I want to tell, a message to all the student athletes out there that might see this on tape or whatever, that when you're 43 years old, and you go to work in the morning and you open up a newspaper and you see that the LIU team, whether it be baseball, basketball, anything, won a game or did something good, you still get that sense of pride that you are part of that school. Thank you.